Flipped 영어 원작 책 읽기 part 2입니다. 디스크리션 아래로 내려가시면은 상세 설명이 따로 나와 있습니다. But there he was, putting the play in motion, and man, he didn't have to wink twice. I smiled and said, "Sure thing," then jumped up the lift gate and headed for my new front door. I heard her coming after me, but I couldn't believe it. Maybe it just sounded like she was chasing me. Maybe she was really going the other way. But before I got up the nerve to look, she blasted right past me, grabbing my arm and yanking me along. This was too much. I planted myself and was about to tell her to get lost when the weirdest thing happened. I was making this big windmill motion to break away from her, but somehow on the downswing, my hand wound up tangling into hers. I couldn't believe it. There I was, holding the mud monkey's hand. I tried to shake her off, but she just clamped on tight and yanked me along, saying, "Come on." My mom came out of the house and immediately got the worst, sappiest look on her face. "Well, hello," she says to Julie. "Hi." I'm still trying to pull free, but the girls got me in a death grip. My mom's grinning, looking at our hands and my fiery red face. "And what's your name, honey?" "Juliana Baker. I live right over there," she says, pointing with her unoccupied hand. "Well, I see you met my son," she says, still grinning away. "Uh-huh." Finally, I break free and do the only manly thing available when you're 7 years old. I dive behind my mother. Mom puts her arm around me and says, "Bryce, honey, why don't you show Juliana around the house?" I flash her help and warning signal with every part of my body, but she's not receiving. Then she shakes me off and says, "Go on." Julie would have tramped right in if my mother hadn't noticed her shoes and told her to take them off. And after those were off, my mom told her that her dirty socks had to go too. Julie wasn't embarrassed, not a bit. She just peeled them off and left them in a crusty heap on our porch. I didn't exactly give her a tour. I locked myself in the bathroom instead. And after about 10 minutes of yelling back at her that no, I wasn't coming out anytime soon, things got quiet out in the hall. Another 10 minutes went by before I got the nerve to peek out the door. No Julie. I snuck out and looked around, and yes, she was gone. Not a very sophisticated ditch, but hey, I was only 7. My troubles were far from over though. Every day she came back over and over again. "Can Bryce play?" I could hear her asking from my hiding place behind the couch. "Is he ready yet?" One time she even cut across the yard and looked through my window. I spotted her in the nick of time and dove under my bed. But man, that right there tells you something about Julie. She's got no concept of personal space. No respect for privacy. The world is her playground, and watch out below, Julie's on the slide. Lucky for me, my dad was willing to run block, and he did it over and over again. He told her I was busy or sleeping or just playing on. He was a lifesaver. My sister, on the other hand, tried to sabotage me any chance she got. Lonetta's like that. She's 4 years older than me, and buddy, I've learned from watching her how not to run your life. She's got antagonized written all over her. Just look at her, not cross-eyed or with your tongue sticking out or anything. Just look at her and you've started an argument. I used to knock down drag out with her, but it's just not worth it. Girls don't fight fair. They pull your hair, and gouge you and pinch you, then they run off gasping to mommy when you try and defend yourself with a fist. Then you get locked into timeout. And for what? No, my friend, the secret is don't snap at the bait. Let it dangle, swim around it, laugh it off. After a while, they'll give up and try to lure someone else. At least that's the way it is with Lunetta. And the bonus of having her as a pain in the rear sister was figuring out that this method works on everyone. Teachers, jerks at school, even mom and dad. 오늘은 여기까지입니다. 감사합니다.